Hi, my name is Andie Leon and I'm a superfood chef, and today we're going to make breakfast. We're going to make a cacao, maca and hemp bread with Bircher muesli, which is one of my favorite Australian breakfasts. Today we're just going to concentrate on breakfast, but this gives you also bread for the whole entire week, and you can also have your Bircher muesli for whenever you want during the week. It lasts about 7 days if kept properly in the fridge. So I've measured out 800 grams of organic flour. I really like this one, King Arthur, he's great. So this is the flour, and I'm going to use cacao and maca, my two superfoods in here, and I'm also going to add some hemp seeds into this. So we've actually got 3 superfoods because hemp seeds are a complete protein and they're going to give you a bit of protein bang in there. Maca is going to give you stamina, and the cacao is going to help you with focus, magnesium, concentration, everything. We're going to start with yeast. This is a fast raising bread as well. So we're going to use a little bit of aluminum-free baking powder. And now we're going to add the 4 tablespoons of yeast. I'm just going to pour it here into my flour. So I've made a little hole in here so it can house it and cup it until that starts flourishing. Now I'm going to add a cup of water which I've slightly warmed up, and I use obviously alkaline water best, or spring water is also great. And then I'm going to put a little bit of coconut sugar because yeast loves sugar. So just a little bit, not too much, because we don't want the bread to be sweet. I want the bread to be a savory dish so I can use it for lunch, for dinners, for my soup. So I'm just going to mix it up a little bit, and then I'm going to show you how it looks. So I'm just going to slightly cover it like that. So the yeast, you're going to see the yeast ferment and get into all these bubbles, and that's what you want. So I slightly warm the water because yeast likes to be warm and it doesn't like the cold. Then I'm going to cover up the yeast a little bit with the flour, and then we're going to let it sit and rest for 10 minutes. Hi, so we've let the bread sit for 10 minutes until it's all kind of bubbly. So now it's fermented and it's bubbly, and we're going to add our cacao, 1 cup of cacao powder. I love Navitas. It's been one of my favorite brands for a long time, so I would recommend Navitas for all your superfoods. I've got my maca powder, which maca is very, very, very strong. So just a little bit goes long way. So I put half a cup of maca powder in here, and I put a half a cup of hemp seeds, complete protein, pretty incredible product. I love hemp seeds. So I'm going to add to the outskirts a little bit, not directly to my yeast, a little tablespoon of salt. So now I've got this huge thing of ingredients. I'm going to add the rest of my water. So all together, I measured 1 liter of water. And now we're going to put it in our mixer. So we're back. It's been about 10 minutes since we put it into the KitchenAid, and this is how you want it to look. Now it's ready, so we're just going to cover it up and we're going to let it rest for about an hour or so. So we're back, and our dough is doubled in size, and that's pretty much how you gauge if you're ready to make your rolls. So I've got 6 200-gram little rolls here that I'm going to put in a cast iron skillet. And I like this cast iron skillet because this is how they used to make it in Latin America when I was growing up. So I've slightly oiled the bottom with my pastry brush and a little bit of grapeseed oil. And I'm going to grab each 200 grams and then I'm just going to shape them. You don't need to use a cast iron. You can just use a normal pan. That is fine, with a bit of parchment paper. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to brush a little bit of my grapeseed oil on top, just for kind of little crust, not much. And this final touch is we're just going to mark them and cut a little bit of air into each one of my rolls. I'm going to let it sit for about 5 minutes before I pop it into my oven. So Bircher muesli is Really interesting, because you can actually make this the night before, then let it soak overnight, because this is how you're cooking the oats. So you're letting it cook in juice or in milk. I prefer juice because, I don't know, I just like the flavor of the juice. You can make it with almond milk or cashew milk. There's so many milks you can make it with right now. Anything you want, you desire, whatever your heart desires, but you let it soak at least 2 hours or overnight. Super simple, the easiest breakfast ever. I chose to use a passion fruit and pear juice with no sugar added. So I'm gonna mix it here. So I've used about a half a liter, and I'm just gonna mix it around with about a pound of oats, rolled oats. And this is going to now sit for a couple of hours or overnight, whatever you desire. So it's been sitting there for 2 hours now. And I'm going to add, this is one of my favorites. It's sold at Whole Foods. It's lava, it's sensational. It's actually a plantain pipili nut yogurt, vegan yogurt. But if you can't find this brand, choose whichever brand you wish. You can even use dairy yogurt. It's still as delicious as long as it's organic and grass-fed. Please always stick to organic grass-fed products if you're gonna use any animal products. I'm gonna add the yogurt. And then I'm just going to mix it together. Really simple. This is going to bring up all the flavors. And then I'm going to add, I made half a cup of coconut and half a cup of hemp seeds. You want to get all your nutrition in here, so this is why I add all this stuff. And this over here is actually a trail mix. It's got walnuts, it's got golden berries, which is a superfood. It's really phenomenal. Some dried apricots. So I'm going to mix it in like this. You can then put this away, leave it again overnight, whatever you wish. If you have it in a Tupperware like this, it will last you for the whole week, and then you can just decorate it the way you want. I'm gonna add some fresh pear, a little bit of lemon juice. I'm gonna add a little bit of dragon fruit, perhaps some cherries on top. This is your base. You can do this any way you like. You don't have to follow what I tell you, just follow the main steps, which is the juice to let it soak overnight, or the milk. Then you add your pipili yogurt or whatever kind of yogurt, and then your nuts, berries, goji berries, put it away. This is absolutely delicious. I hope you guys make it at home. If you have any questions, please just email me at andie@andieskitchen.com.au and I can answer any of your questions. That's all for now, guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye.